Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Martha Anger. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment during this update, we may add it to the bottom of the screen. A Texas DA has identified the San Antonio police officer who was fired from his job for shooting a 17-year-old boy who had been eating a meal in a McDonald's parking lot last week. The teen was critically injured. We want to warn our viewers, this video of the shooting is graphic. Police say a 17-year-old boy named Eric Cantu was eating in the parking lot. That's when officials say San Antonio police officer James Brennan saw the car. He believed that the car had evaded police the day before. The video shows him approach the car and order the driver out. The startled teen started backing up, and the officer opened fire at the car and shot the teen 5 times. Brennan claims he was hit by the door when the teen drove off. Police say the teen suffered multiple gunshot wounds and was found a block away. The passenger was uninjured. Brennan was fired for violating the department's tactics, training, and procedures. Russian President Vladimir Putin unleashed a massive wave of attacks across several Ukraine cities on Monday morning. Russian forces used missiles, airstrikes, and drones. At least 10 people have died and 60 more were injured. The capital city, Kyiv, and the western city of Lviv are among the targets. Officials believe the attacks are in retaliation for destruction of the Crimean Bridge over the weekend. The bridge was a major route for Russian troops to transport military supplies into Ukraine. Its destruction put a major dent in Putin's war efforts. Putin called the explosion of the bridge a terrorist attack and said Ukrainian special forces were responsible. Pressure on former President Donald Trump is intensifying. The House committee looking into the Capitol riot is set to hold what is likely one of its last hearings this week. In the meantime, former President Donald Trump has been rallying supporters this past weekend in Arizona and Nevada as questions over his activities increase. The Supreme Court could also weigh in on the classified documents seized from Trump's Florida home. It gave the DOJ until tomorrow, Tuesday, to weigh in on whether a special master should have access to the classified documents involved. Then on Thursday, the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th Capitol riot is set to hold one of its final hearings. The House panel is considering whether to make a criminal referral to the Justice Department about Trump's actions that day. The iPhone 14's new crash detection feature is causing problems for users who ride roller coasters. Apple's latest phone is reportedly experiencing its own accident on roller coasters by dialing 911. The feature has set off false alarms for emergency personnel near Cincinnati Kings Island amusement park. They've received at least 6 iPhone emergency calls since the new smartphone went on sale in September. Similar 911 calls have originated from passengers on roller coasters at Six Flags Great America near Chicago. The same crash detection technology is also featured on the Apple Watch 8. The fix is simple: putting the iPhone 14 and Apple Watch 8 on airplane mode before boarding a roller coaster. Twitter has locked Kanye West's account for an anti-Semitic tweet posted by the rapper on Saturday. In the tweet, which has been removed, West said he was going to, quote, DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, unquote. Twitter locked the rapper's account for violating its policies on hate speech. On Friday, West's Instagram account was also restricted for policy violations. The Anti-Defamation League has called Kanye West's social media remarks dangerous. It's not known how long the rapper's accounts will be suspended. CNN was unable to reach a representative for West for a comment. Today is World Mental Health Day, and health officials say there is a mental health crisis here in the United States, and many Americans may not be getting the help that they need. 80% of those who took part in a recent poll say the cost of mental health care is a big problem. About 3/4 say that insurers not covering mental health in the way they do physical health is a significant concern. And 63% are concerned about the lack of providers taking insurance. Anxiety is the most commonly reported mental health issue. Health officials say if you're feeling anxious, identify what's behind it. Take a break and think about ways to adjust your life. Another common mental health concern is depression. Health experts say be aware of the signs, which may include feeling sad or anxious often, not wanting to take part in activities you once thought were fun, feeling irritable, having trouble sleeping, and changes in appetite. If you're feeling these symptoms, talk to someone. Remember, this summer, the 24-hour National Suicide Prevention Lifeline switched to a 3-digit number, 988. You can also head to the 988lifeline.org website and click Deaf and Hard of Hearing tab at the top of the page. When it comes to fast food, Taco Bell has the fastest drive-thru line, and Chick-Fil-A is the industry's slowest. According to the 2022 KQSR drive-thru report, Chick-fil-A may be the slowest only because it's so popular and so many cars are always in line. While Chick-fil-A customers spend most of their time in line, they don't seem to mind, giving the chain a 93% satisfaction rating for speed. The second slowest drive-thru, according to the survey, is McDonald's. But customers also gave the chain high marks in terms of the accuracy of orders filled. First place for the fastest drive-thru goes to Taco Bell with an average of 221 seconds, meaning most customers get their food in well under 4 minutes. What do you think about that survey? Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. A big thank you to our Sign1News supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download our app at Sign1News by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone, or you can also watch on television on Roku, Amazon, and Apple TV.